So finally, there's one other team that surprisingly has been a force in the NFL, and that's the New England Patriots, who have now won incredibly 6 straight games. Inexplicably, they have not lost since the middle of October. And really, the last time they lost was to the Cowboys in overtime, 35-29, a game that they easily could have won. And had they won that game, they wouldn't have lost since the beginning of October, on October 3rd, when they faced Tampa Bay and the Buccaneers. That would have been 8 straight games that the Patriots would have won. But now it's obviously at 6. But this was one of those kind of NFL games in the week that I wanted to keep a close eye on, because I thought that this was a really important game for New England and the Patriots. Obviously, I'll touch on the bevy of injuries sustained by the Tennessee Titans. Obviously, they were without Derrick Henry, Julio Jones, A.J. Brown. Those guys didn't play. I understand that. But this was about the New England Patriots and an opportunity on a silver platter in front of them to once again make a statement and shock the NFL world once again. Because I think that context is so important when we analyze different football games. And the reality is, the last time that the Tennessee Titans and the New England Patriots played, we all remember it. It was in 2019. It was in the divisional round of the AFC playoffs. New England was a 3 seed. They had to host the Tennessee Titans in the first round, and the Titans just bullied them around to a 20-13 victory and ostensibly knocked Tom Brady out of New England. That ended up being the final game that he would play as a New England Patriot before he set sail for Tampa Bay. And Bill Belichick and the Patriots had been 0-2 against the Tennessee Titans since former Patriots linebacker Mike Vrabel was named the head coach in 2018. So you have all this context as the backdrop, setting in motion this third matchup between these two teams. And both of them had some of the best records in the AFC and in the NFL. Titans had the best record in the NFL. And I think what we saw is, even without Derrick Henry, they were capable of winning. Now, obviously, they've looked poor the last couple of weeks. They haven't played that well. And it was inclement weather. It was snowy weather. But the Patriots just flexed on the entire NFL and on the Tennessee Titans, and especially Bill Belichick. We've seen his greatness on display, especially as a defensive strategist, what he's been able to concoct and draw up as far as game plans defensively. This guy is an absolute brilliant mind. And especially on the defensive side, the defense forced 4 turnovers, an interception, and 3 fumbles. I mean, what's impressive, excuse me, wow, I got so worked up about the Patriots topic that I had to sneeze. Apologies. What the big question mark surrounding the New England Patriots was in the narrative about Bill Belichick, about Tom Brady. And obviously, Tom Brady put to bed the notion that he needed Bill Belichick to win a Super Bowl and to win by winning with the Buccaneers last year. Well, Bill Belichick hadn't yet proven that he can win a Super Bowl. Now, listen, I'm not going to predict that he's going to win a Super Bowl post Tom Brady, but I can definitively say that he can lead a team to the postseason without Tom Brady, because the job that he's been doing this year, I think that a strong argument can be made. Now, obviously, Cliff Kingsbury could be in the mix, but I think that Bill Belichick should be one of the leading candidates for NFL Coach of the Year. The job that he's done with this team, the offseason acquisitions that he's made, the development of Mac Jones, the development of this defense is remarkable. What he continues to pull off time and time again. And again, all this onus shifted onto Belichick entering this year. And so far, love him or hate him, this guy's just a phenomenal coach. And he just has a way not only against Tannehill, but he limited a Tennessee Titans team to 13 points. Again, 4 turnovers, multiple sacks. Tannehill, he held in check to 93 passing yards. That's it, 93 passing yards. I mean, it's just unbelievable that the Patriots, you look up and they've got second best record in the AFC, or they're just half a game back of the they have the second best record in the AFC at 8-4. They got 2 games coming up against the Buffalo Bills over the next 3 weeks. Everything's in front of them. Everything is in front of them right now to just go take it, to just go take that division and to capture a playoff spot. And I think right now that they will. Yeah, that's just the team that they look like. And they're probably the hottest team in the NFL, winners of 6 straight games. No other team in the NFL has a streak quite like that. They really don't.